It's not very often that a man gets to interview women and their mother about what she did to shape their lives. The purpose of this short movie is to give us insight into just how important mothers are to their children. The women in this movie explain what role Shirley Strother played in helping them reach their potential.
Because we get to bond and talk and touch and see. And it gets all your senses going.
Oh, I love this Girls Weekend. It's our second one, and it's just really fun. It's just really fun.
Because you get along?
Yeah, we all get along, and it's all just fun to be together.
It's always happy for me. We're a close family. We always did everything together. So that's brings that back, I would say, when we're all together right now. I saw her do everything, so that taught me that I could do the same thing. Do everything.
I think it's because she led by example. She was who she was, and it's not. I don't know what she did, but she is who she is, and as a kid, you're pretty much it's lead by example. She is strong. She's all those things, and so that's what I am.
Mom was never a victim, and so we didn't learn how to be victims. And her mother, same thing. She was never a victim. If you're a victim, you're killing yourself.
They didn't really try to lead you a place. They just, wherever you wanted to go, they supported you. And we all wanted to go different ways, so that was easy, and we just got supported. No matter what we wanted to do, we got supported. So I did music, and I was greatly supported. Of course, my dad did music, so there was that whole connection there, and I wanted to be a music major, and that was fine. There was never a, oh my God, how are you going to make money or anything like that. That was like, that's a great thing. And so there was just always support. Whatever our interests were, there's support.
Good morals, education, support, and they tried their best to constantly be a family and do things as a family.
My dad was just part of everything I did. I mean, like, he went to all our events. He was very supportive. Very strict, but very supportive in everything I did. So he was there picking out my dresses, picking out my prom dresses, picking out the homecoming queen dress, just everything I did. That was very important to him to be part of that, and that's where he was in my life. Being my support, telling me I had to do a flip turn, otherwise I won't win the race. So, yeah. Huh. Even though that killed me when he said that to me.
Just led by example. I mean, it was clear, he was very clear about what was important and what wasn't important. It was just clear in the way he lived. So you didn't really have to talk about it. You knew it.
That's how you are too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk about it. It's obvious by what I care about and what I don't care about, what I do and what I don't do, and what's important, what's not important. And of course, that changes as you get older. I think it gets simplified as you get older. Things that used to be important to me aren't important anymore, and it's simpler and simpler.
Working on cars, music, and learning. Because when I was young, I didn't like to learn, and it's normal. But once I hit college, and ever since then, I love to learn. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt. You're just going to learn this bit and this bit and that bit. But I think those are the things I got from my dad.
My mom was a problem solver. She took care of us. She, if there was something wrong or something needed to be done, my mom was in the forefront making it happen. And I get that from her. I get that strength from her because I do the exact same thing as she does. Is I can go out and solve it, and it's not I can't do it. It's like, no, I'll figure out how to do it.
Being able to talk to everybody and anybody where you're at. If you're in line, you're talking to them. And you're being friendly and having fun. That's what I got from my mom, and the strength. I have so much fun, and my kids get annoyed at me. Probably we got annoyed at Mom when we were teenagers too, because she talked to everybody.
Right.
But it's more fun. You learn a lot from other people. And yeah, if you're talking, you're learning and listening.
I like her sense of humor. She takes everything in stride and makes the best of everything. She'll bitch and moan and complain about this, that, or the other thing, but then she moves on and it's all good. And, and she just keeps moving. She just keeps going on and doesn't really, get held back by things. I know she feels things, and I know she's, things upset her and stuff, but she moves past them eventually. It's not like every day is rosy and perfect, but she keeps moving, keeps going on, and doesn't look back too much, and just, oh well, let's keep going. And so I do the same thing, oh well, let's just keep going.
She took care of everything. That was how, I think in her generation, that's the way it was. The women took care of everything while the husband went to work. And
That wasn't your story?
no, my story's more of I'm just going to go out there and kick butt and be strong and yeah, just be a strong woman because I can be. It's awesome because I'm out there creating my own path, doing my own thing. I don't. It's me out there doing it. That's my success story in life. That this is my success story of what I will become and what I will do. I love her to the moon and back. She's my everything.
We pretty much raised our kids the way we were raised, perhaps more like I was raised than Elliot. Elliot's parents were not real involved in their upbringing. I mean, they were, but not in fun things particularly. Where my mom tried to do more things that were fun and active. And my mom was a very happy person. Mrs. Strother was not outwardly happy person. She was more reserved. And so we tried, and I'm that way. I'm like my mom and like my aunts, my grandma. All of them were very happy people and just full of energy and full of activity and doing things. They had a hard life. Some of them did. My grandmother had a hard life, but that was life for her. Got married in 1953. Didn't have any children until 1957. And that was Fay Lynn. And I don't know, we had waited quite a while. All of our friends were having babies, so we were very excited when we finally were having one. And she was such a good baby and so easy to take care of. Very quiet. She was quiet as a baby. She's still quiet. Loves to be quiet, I should say. And then Luann came along, and we were on our way to Alaska when I was pregnant with her. And I was sick the whole time. But then she loves to tell people how she was born on a dog sled, which she wasn't. And then when we came back to Oregon, which was our next service station, then Jonelle came along, and she was easy too. Luann was never easy, but she's always been fun. She's been like our little clown. And Jonelle has been our athletic person, and Phelan has been our artistic person. So at least we have a good spectrum there as far as their personalities and what they like to do and be. My husband loved to do things, so we did things. Like, we lived in Texas all our lives, and we learned to ski in Alaska. The first time he said, let's go learn to ski, and I thought, learn to ski? And so we did. And so then, of course, all our children learned to ski, and then we learned to water ski and all those kinds of things. The girls have grown up to be really special people. I think a lot of that is because of my husband and myself. And we tried to instill values in them. But they each had their own way of doing things and reasons for doing things. And their personalities, of course, are all different. Phelan, as I said earlier, has always been a quiet child. And she's still a quiet woman. But very talented, very creative. Very thoughtful, deep thoughtful. She's just a very special person. I don't know anyone that doesn't like Phelan. Everyone likes her. When she did bell choirs, everyone loved her. The kids loved her at school. Her knitting club loves her. Now she's finding out that people on Facebook and whatever else she's on love her. And she's just a very special person, a very giving person. Luann has always been a clown. She was also a difficult child. She was kind of on the moody side occasionally. But she's always been fun. She loves to have fun. She's had some very difficulties in her life, her health, which has caused her to be in a fair amount of pain, but she just disregards it and does whatever she wants and can do anyway and enjoys doing it. And I remember the first time that John looked at her seriously, they were at a baseball game, and he said at the end of the baseball game, I really like you. You're a lot of fun. And, of course, I think the other reason is because she could work on cars, and I think he liked that aspect, too. But and she always tried to have fun with her kids. So did Phelan. Phelan took them camping and boating and everything. Luann, they've taken them everywhere. They love to go to Tahoe, which, of course, is my favorite place in the world. Jonelle's the athletic one. She was a swimmer. She got medals. She was just even as a little girl, she got anything, she would come in and she wanted to share it with everybody. She's a very sharing person. And she's very good with people. And people love her at work because I think she does more work than they do. But she really enjoys being with people. She's a people person. Her boys have been a little hard for raising because it was a bad divorce, but I think they're turning out quite well now. Austin's in the Army, and Hunter's working at an engineering firm, and she's trying to get out of retail and go into her new major of nutrition. And she seems to be enjoying that a lot, and that's good. She's finally found something that she's really enjoying getting into. And that's a good thing. They're just all very well-rounded girls, I think, in the long run. And they're all very loving, giving, love people. They're just fun to be with. There's nobody really sulky or I don't like you very much. I can't stand to be with you. They all like each other, which is nice because there's a lot of families where somebody doesn't like somebody else. And we don't have that problem. So it's very nice. It makes me feel like I was a good mom. And we had a good dad. Yeah. Yeah. Makes me feel like we had a good, solid foundation for the girls, and they all turned out great. And we enjoy them. They're fun. And I guess we did okay. He tried to make them very independent women. He didn't want them to be a dependent woman who didn't know anything about what was going on in their marriage, their finances, or whatever. And none of them are. They're all very independent girls. They all know what's going on in their marriages financially and otherwise. And I think they're just very well-rounded women. They're not women who are into the ultra-feminism thing, but they're not just really business-like either or whatever. They're soft, they're feminine, but they're independent and do their own thinking, and they enjoy life. And I think we did a good job.
I saved Haney for last because she offers an outside perspective about Shirley and her family that is filled with amazing insight and understanding.
It was a lovely feeling, actually, because I came from a family there who everything was focused on what is Haney doing, how is she feeling, why is she sitting there alone. And I came to the Strother house and no one actually paid attention. They just continued to dance around the house and be crazy. And I was sitting there and Shirley, Mom, came to me and said, "What's your excuse?" And I thought, "Oh, Mom, what is this family?" And, you know, being from Finland, we would never, ever say anything like that. But so that I just melted in a way that I didn't have to do anything. I was part of the family right away. It was a very conservative. I mean, even if I was 18? Yeah, well, never mind, 17. You know, you didn't go out by yourself. You didn't drink. We didn't go to any wild parties or things like that. But we just had fun. We could, as the girls could drive, Phelan could drive already. We could go places and just, I think, a lot being at home. It was just a lovely home, lovely family. We laughed a lot. I don't know what we did. Normal life. We were out to eat once, and it was just Mom and the three girls were sitting in the back in the car, and I was sitting in front. So I could see this guy with his pants down in his ankles. So it was the streaker. That was the streaking that in the university when it came. And Mom says, "Girls, shut your eyes." And I thought, why? And then we came home, and I realized that they did shut their eyes. I didn't. And I thought that was so funny. Shut your eyes. And then I think that she said later that when you've seen one, you've seen them all. that was so funny. I think that the most valuable thing was that there was nothing extra. It was just life, just living and cherishing every day, having fun and being good to each other. It was important. I had much respect for him. He was kind and gentle. I know that there is another side of him, but I didn't see that. Once he got really mad because my iced tea fell on my lap, and I saw that he thought, "Oh, can't you be more careful?" 2 seconds later, his own glass fell. But you would not laugh. You would not say that because men or fathers didn't take. You know, you wouldn't say, "Ha, no, it was you." No. But we were like cracking up. He bought things, he was sewing things for her. But there was probably also another side, but I saw the lovely thing that they took care of their relationship. We were not allowed to the music room after the dinner. They were reading to each other, playing. the flute or some watching TV. So that was their time. So they cherished the relationship, which was fantastic. I hadn't seen that in that sense in my home in Finland. He bought her a dress for Christmas, a black velvet dress with some kind of, what do you call it, like, well, anyway. And then it went back, and it was the back was open. And then when they went to a party, and she was saying, "Oh, what shall I wear?" And I said, "Put that black dress on." And she said, "Haney, that was only for Daddy." And I love that. I think that was so. I hope she doesn't mind that I tell this, but I thought that I wish that's how it should be. You know, you really cherish each other. It's might be that some woman would say that, oh, that's selfish. That's like he owned her. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it was very nice, very nice. At this age, I realized how valuable it was. You know, I was 17, 18. I didn't realize what a gift it was. How can someone have a teenage girl coming into their house and continue just living and like letting that person be part of the family? That was, now I realize how fantastic that was. Perspective that, again, I refer to Finland and a country of very few words and less humor than America, much less humor. That you can joke about things without taking the importance or value away. So that gave me perspective. There can be other kind of life than what I had from my family. I got nervous 2 minutes before I saw her. I had not been nervous in this age. You don't get nervous, so I got 2 minutes, and then I see her. I'm going to the restrooms, and I see her coming exactly as she was, and hugging me. And so, what do you call it? Like, there's no problems. There's just the feelings that, oh, and that was so great. And then Feilén and Luann. It was like before. I'm so amazed that they can feel that I'm in one way a part of the family, because it was less than a year, and then since that I haven't been here. So that is amazing. Some people will say, "Oh, come on, you don't even know them," and blah blah blah. You know, being skeptical about over 40 years ago. We haven't shared anything in a way in our lives, but still, it's there. That's very important for me. Very important. I was treated for who I was. I was feeling accepted. And I didn't even, it was so natural that I didn't even think about it. And I don't know if you think in that age that, oh, I'm being accepted. But now I realize that, imagine, I was a complete stranger for them. And suddenly I was part of the family. And I never felt that I was an extra wheel. Never, ever. It was absolutely amazing. And she kind of kept it all going. She kept it all. She was the heart of the family, and she could be tough, and but she could be a lot of fun. But she had great sense of responsibility, and I just can't describe it. She was just a good mother, a lion mother in a way. Yeah, she would do anything for her children. I'm sure that she had has had an impact in what I am. I'm sure, because she was very strong and accepted me as I was. So it was good. She doesn't take your energy or in a room. She just gives. Even if she talks a lot and has strong opinions, it's still that she gives energy. That's amazing. I think that this meeting now in this age, you understand much more. So I think that with this week with Mom and the girls, that will actually make the whole thing bloom. So it has been there, but this makes it, brings it up to date and actually more valuable. Because without this, it would have stayed on a certain level. And with being young, you don't really know. It's so long ago. But now the relief that we know each other, and it's just there. It takes it to another level, which will always stay. So that I'm really so happy that I decided to come. Very happy. There's so many things that have shaped me to who I am. I was I was afraid a lot. I was very unsecure as young, even if people didn't notice that. And with the years, when I noticed that the divorces and difficult things, you've managed them, and you can still be, you have become stronger, and I guess I've done quite well in my working life, and I have 2 wonderful children. I just feel very grateful and humble that everything turned out so well. And I guess that if you feel like that, you might be able to share more. Yeah.
Thank you.